guys, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're picking back up on khaki, of course. It's our ongoing project right now. I need to get that thing out of the booth. I mentioned it in the last video. We're gonna be making something for the front to put some casters on it. I bought these casters at Harbor Freight. So the idea is I'm just gonna simply weld them on there. I figured after we're done with this, I can just cut the weld. I'm gonna end up repurposing these for my workbench here because all the wheels on this are shot. That's why I bought 4 of them. Dude, I cannot tell you enough how exciting it is to be able to actually see what it is I am doing. Like night and day difference, literally. This is from Arc Captain. It's obviously an auto darkening welding helmet. What's really cool about this is it has a ginormous viewing screen. I feel like a lot of you guys probably have this helmet. Had this one for years, man. And I'm not gonna lie, it's worked great for what it is I need it for. But like I said, I've always struggled to see out of here. This is your viewing screen, and it's extremely small. You guys can see through there. Look at the Arc Captain. This entire thing right here, that's the viewing screen. That's what you actually look out of. So your seeing capabilities are a lot larger, you know, double in size. Anyhow, where'd the flashlight go? So they also include this little light. This should definitely help instead of, you know, trying to set up a flashlight. I'm always trying to use a flashlight or set up a spotlight or something on what it is that I'm welding. And the problem with doing that is the light comes in this way and it lights up the inside of the mask, making it even harder to see through there. So having a light like this attached to the front, I think, is going to help me out tremendously. But what's really cool is that thing obviously sticks on there, but you could also pop it off. It's like a quick release, and it has a magnet right there on it, so you can set this thing up anywhere you need it, or you can just leave it on the helmet if you want to. And it has a charging port right there. It's rechargeable. I'm definitely excited about this. This should hopefully help me with what it is I struggle with whenever it comes to welding. I'm still basically a beginner whenever it comes to welding, and I have a lot to learn, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to be able to learn if I'm capable of just seeing what it is I'm doing, you know what I mean? Anyhow, if you guys are interested in this helmet, I will have a link in the description down below. They're also giving you guys a discount on it, as well as everything else they have on their website. So go check our Captain out. Like I said, link in the description down below, and let's get back to this. Anyhow, I got this thing welded on here. Now I can take this in here. Let's get this thing clamped onto those legs of khaki and try to get khaki up here on the porch. All right, that's the setup, man. Hey, it's either gonna hold or it's not, right? Anyhow, I need to jack this thing up from the center because the legs on our hoist is not gonna allow us to set this thing down. So I'm gonna have to support it with the jack, get the hoist out of the way, then we can set it down. Chocolate the tire, baby. Alright, so obviously to get this car put back together, I need to put the subframe back on. We got to get the suspension, everything, brakes, all that kind of stuff back on here so I can set it back down on its own weight and get this contraption off of here, you know what I'm saying? And in order to do that, all this needs to go back on there. Been trying to tell myself that I'm not going to get OCD and tear all this stuff apart and repaint everything, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of leaning towards still not doing that, but at very least I'm probably going to spray the subframe. What's up, Toby? Oh my God, and here comes Pupper. Jesus Lord, am I down at your guys' level? Well, you gotta come over here and bother me. Okay, all right, let me work. Quiet on set. But this stuff does need to be cleaned up. I would like to spray the subframe at least, and it's got some cracks that I need to weld shut as well. Tell you what, man, to be cracking the subframe like that, and if you guys remember, I also ripped off that factory B series bracket that we had to cut off to put the K series one. That actually ripped off, dude. This car has been beat on, bro. Let me tell you what. We really put the thing to work, don't we? Yep. Killing all the K series all those years. Now the K killer is K series. What's up? I gotta be careful with all the Ks. Anyhow, I also yeah, I don't know. I need to clean up my rotors. They're all rusty. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do something with the calipers this time. Last time I painted these calipers just silver because I was going for just, you know, that OEM look, but I think I want to do something different now. But anyhow, to start off, I need to get all this torn down. You know, I guess when I had all this stuff on the car still, I should have just taken it all apart, like, correctly. One piece at a time. It's been a lot easier doing it on the car than off the car, but it is what it is, man. But it came off there. Good fucking Lord. Try to kill me. Oh, yep. That's how it's done, son. Hey, you guys want to know a fun fact? So the last time I assembled this car, which was what, like, God, what was that? 2016-ish? Something like that? I don't know. There's a bunch of people in the comments whenever I did the front end of this saying, you need to replace that ball joint. God, those things are shot. Look. I never did replace those ball joints, and they still are shot. Well, actually, it's got some resistance to it. It's not nearly as bad as the Silverado just was, but anyhow. Baby, think you can do me a favor? See if you can't locate this, a replacement. So it's going to be 88 through 91 Honda Civic upper camber kit from Skunk 2, and this is pretty expensive. Well, they're probably going to be like $40. I don't think they're crazy, but yeah, you have to use Skunk. Huh? Because of the 91. Yeah, 88 through 91 Honda Civic upper Skunk 2 Pro Series camber kit. I think it's what's going to be called because they have different series, and since that one, so there's going to be a difference. Like, do you see how this one, the bolts go in through the bottom and up? They have a different one that I think the bolts go through the top and down or something weird like that. So that you have to make sure it looks exactly like that. But I'm gonna see if we can't find them this time and actually replace them. Probably gonna have to do the lower ball joints too. Dude, this car feels like a go-kart. Like everything just feels stupid stiff. And with the front and rear sway bars and of course the suspension and everything, like it just feels ridiculous taking corners. But yeah, replacing all this stuff, I can just imagine it's gonna make it even better. Okay. Oh, there it is, my friend, there it is. There's one. $57 a piece? Yeah, that's not bad. Well, it's not great, but $57 times 2. I have to wait for the YouTube check to come in. I'll order some, okay? Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Hey, give me that ball. Give me that ball. Come on. Everybody stand clear. Yeah, I can. The other one popped off, damn near shot off to the moon, buddy. God, why is everything gotta have cotter pins, man? It makes it so much more difficult to take it apart. Thing said, move, bitch, get out the way. There's numero 2. Roll it, pulley. Yeah, sure. I give up. The rack is staying in there. So you see, the thing is, the last time I had this car all torn apart, this cross member I took to my job that I was working at the time, and I sandblasted this entire thing inside of a blast cabinet all the way down to bare metal, then hit it with etching primer and painted it glossy black, and literally you never see this damn thing. And look at what that's gotten me. Like, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, it's not. It actually went to shit over the years, but this is something that you literally never see. And I'm trying to not have to go and get an alignment after, because the alignment on khaki is freaking solid, and I don't want to throw my alignment all out of whack. And my tie rods are actually good, so I don't want to take the tie rods off of the steering rack. So I'm gonna leave all this in, because you can't get this damn thing out without taking the tie rods off. And if I do that, then my alignment's gonna be all out of whack and this and that. So anyhow, the only thing that I need to do to this thing is I gotta weld that crack right there, and then I gotta throw some extra weld around this bracket for the K-Series mount, and then I gotta repaint it. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna get that welded, sand this. Well, I gotta pressure wash this thing because it's disgusting. Sand it and spray it black again. I'm just gonna paint over frickin' everything. I don't give a shit. Bust out the old refill, man. Lean, mean, super clean. #1 degreaser that you'll find in the whole land. This one been open? Nope. Funnel. Got some khaki on the tip. It fell into the paint cup inside of the booth, bro. Alright, man, we gotta degrease every single bit of this, guys. So you already know what time it is. I gotta bust out the pressure washer. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it, but it's part of life, man. What can I say? Pressure wash time. Boom, 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 bang, 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 doom, doom, doom. What are you looking at? Hey, don't be looking at me like that. Don't be looking. What are you gonna do with that ball? What are you gonna do with that ball? Holy wowzers, man! Holy wowzers! All right, I need to strip this thing down to metal in some areas. So right here where it is cracked, I'm gonna go ahead and weld that up, but I need to get all the paint out of the way. And then over here, I believe, no? Oh, yeah, I remember. I was gonna say, I believe this is the driver's side, but it's not. This is the passenger side. I was thinking that it had been brake fluid that caused all this. but the master cylinder would actually be on this side. But I remember on khaki, I ended up having a leak on my proportioning valve like a while back. I had to swap it out. And that's what this was probably from, was from all the brake fluid coming down and eating up the paint. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and buzz this down also to kind of smoothen it out. I'm not gonna try to get this perfect by any means. I want to clean it up, get wherever the paint is chipping. We're gonna kind of feather that out up around here so I can weld it. Throw a little bit more weld around this little bracket and then just spray it black. I've never used my welding helmets as a face mask before, because I was never able to see out of them as well as I could see out of this one before. So I'm gonna actually use it for. What are you doing down here, Toby? What, is your ball underneath that damn thing? Is that what happened? Did you lose your ball? What do you know? There it is, and he's off. Dude, I have got to say, it is such a huge difference having a good mask trying to weld. I know a lot of you guys like probably weld on a regular basis or have a lot more experience welding than what I do. I'm sure you guys already know this, but if you're like me and you just kind of weld every so often and you just have this mask that you just picked up or just grabbed it from Harbor Freight or something like I did and have never experienced something like this, I have to 100% say, you have to go out and get yourself one, man. Check the link in the description down below. These things are actually really cheap, man. They're not as expensive as you'd expect it to be. But dude, such a huge difference being able to just simply see what it is I'm doing, man. I need to get this ground down, probably maybe skim over it one more time, and we need to get this thing into the spray booth along with a bunch of other stuff. once again, I got a bunch of wet stuff inside of the booth. I need to let this stuff dry, of course, and we'll continue in the next one. Got the steering knuckles and everything all sprayed. Got my traction bar sprayed. Got the subframe sprayed. I got that little like front splitter thing that goes on the front sprayed. All this stuff basically just needed to be refreshed, man. So I'm gonna let this stuff dry. Throw it in the comments down below what you guys think would make a good accent color for khaki, because I want to do my brake calipers a different color aside from the silver that they were before. I don't know, I don't want it to be like all crazy like painting it red, you know, but I would like an accent color. I'm kind of leaning towards just painting my calipers khaki. I mean, I don't know. Jessica thinks I should do like a burnt orange color. I don't know if I want to commit to that quite yet. She wanted me to do the subframe a burnt orange along with the... I mean, I think it would look good, but it's just one of those things I don't want to commit to, because I think an accent color is good on your wheels and on your valve cover, but like doing like the subframe, for instance, if you ever get sick of it, God, you have to tear your subframe out to repaint it. But anyhow, guys, making some progress. A little bit of progress, it adds up, and before you know it, you're done with your project. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do smash the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.